Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of Total War Warhammer 3. We're here with Grom the Punch again. Oh, look at his immensity. He is bloated. He is unstoppable. He is dedicated to Gork. Currently, we're facing on some oven foie gras, as one does. Next turn, we're going to be able to get big old spiders, and I'm going to become the happiest boy in the world. Plus or minus something. Alright, so we're going to eventually probably chop two of the river trolls and replace them with spiders is probably what we'll do. But we could also drop the skulker, although I'm loath to, because, like, you know, you want to have one skulker in your army. You do. If you're me, you want to. Although eventually we might just move to Black Orcs when we get rich enough. We would have to respec. That would be okay. But I kind of want to stick with the goblins, right? They make me happy. Alright, so we've got that. Right now we can take... I mean, we could get upkeep reduction, which is fine. Yeah, and then we'll get renowned and feared next time. We're close enough to getting a big discount. And anyway, you know, discounts are good. It feels nice to have very cheap armies. And now we wait. We sacked Templehof last time. We want to burn it down. Like, this is sending a message. We could try to take it, though. Like, maybe... Like, if we take it, the wall will get reinforced. No, we could just wait here. And then if he moves in there, then we'll have a siege. Don't know why I'm saying that positively. But I imagine he'll just come at us, bro, right? I imagine. I mean, what else is he gonna do? The Empire goes into Castle Baston again, and we are going to need to move our army out soon. Hey, we get the fight we wanted. Magnificent. And we're going to put both WAAAAAAGHs under AI control. This is a very clever move that allows you to possibly crash the game. So basically, you're only allowed 40 units on the battlefield. Each side is under your control, right, per faction. But by putting the WAAAAAAGH under an AI control, we're going to make sure that Grom is the reinforcements we get, and that the WAAAAAAGH still comes out to fight. It's going to be amazing. It's going to make this room so hot. We will preemptively take the insulating robe off. Alright, so it's about to be a party. The WAAAAAAGHs will be coming in from there, although we can move them if we like. Do we want Grom over there? No, Grom right back here to reinforce would be fine, though, because we can... It's really about where the artillery will be decent from. Right there is too far. Alright, this whole band is going to be at 3 minutes. Alright, yeah, because it's on that side. Alright, well... Well, the walls are going to get here immediately, and Grom will get here in 1 minute, and we'll just pull him there, and we can just deploy sort of deep set. Trolls in the trees, giant back here to defend the artillery. Oh, the spider. Oh, I'm so happy. It's the first we have of him. He's got all the eggs. Alright, we've got everything that we could want. Now we just have to deliver the power. Now what we want to do is get gobos in trees. These guys are invisible, and then we're going to rely on the WAAAAAAAGH armies to sort of flood up this flank and make things fine. This is also going to give us the benefit of having all of our eggs in one basket. Are they going to win to death us? Possibly. I don't think they have it. Vlad's level 24. He is the punchiest of boys, but that doesn't mean that he can do anything to our giant spider. He can, though. But he's not, like, built specifically for it. He only has 5,500 HP. And they're already, like, spinning some heals and stuff, I guess. Now, what you can't do is shoot him. There are things here we can shoot, though. We want to make sure that we don't get our spider riders jumped on too easily. Alright, alright, everything is going according to plan. The WAAAAAAAGH armies are coming out, and as soon as something happens, you know, they'll clog things up. We need, like, basically all of our heroes back here, because what's going to happen, right, I can tell the future, so I'm going to do it, is these Hellsteeds with Isabella and the other ones, these little creatures of the night, they're gonna fly in at us, right? And when they do, we're going to crash the game. No, I don't know how hot it's going to get. We'll find out. Vlad keeps hurting himself with Forbidden Rod. Oh, well, that's actually kind of brilliant. That used to be a whole play style in multiplayer based on getting, like, a character whose only job was to use the Forbidden Rod. Okay, so these are WAAAAAAAGH troops. So my great plan didn't work as great as I wanted, but it still worked pretty great. I don't think Groms... No, those guys have scrap upgrades, so I guess those are Grom's goblins, and they're just super beat up, and I didn't realize it. We'll just keep them in the back. Oh, it's an epic battle here. They're not prepared. They are not prepared. Because the WAAAAAAAGH army's there, we got all of this. Oh my goodness, we've got to tidy this up some. Just big blocks of things is fine at this unit scale. It's all about being able to do something, and they do the funniest possible thing and jump on Grom with Fellbats. The dire wolves charge in, oh no, on the goblins. They're going to get melted by that. Wolves, of course, are perfect against anti-large. That is what they want to be. These bats are going to drop down right on top of the river trolls that are going to be coming in overhead to defend against it. That's Isabella there. We're going to crack this, and we are going to absolutely put a Schwammering on. Oh yeah, it's a party. Drop an egg. We want to jump up the melee attack of whom? These trolls? Yes, they're fighting some cav. But what we're seeing now is an obliteration of the fast parts of their army, and of course we have so much juice. We need to get out with these Rolas, though. We don't want to be fighting in the woods there, and it's possible that we actually do, but I don't know that we do, so we don't. Rachnik having a party, hits a smash him faster. Everything over here is going just fine. Nasty Skulkers against a black coach, not ideal. Let's get him on that black coach. That will do it. The giant and the troll, everything is going as expected. They dive on the artillery, but we're going to be able to distract them a little bit, hit the onslaught, charge in. A lot of killing going on, and of course now Vlad is showing up. Vlad Von Powerful, he's here. We're going to charge in here. These are Crypt Ghouls. We're going to be able to just roll right over them. Emmanuel Posner is one of the starting vampires for that faction. I know her name so well. We're going to sack the Nasty Skulkers to Vlad and bounce out here. No, that's not right. We're going to attack him. He has the Carstein ring right now for 4 more seconds, so that's a 60% ward save. That's one of the many reasons that makes him a scary boy. But what we're gonna do is hit the wall and start trying to push him around a little bit. Start trying to get some hits in. He's not unbreakable. Lots of times you can just focus on his army, but I think with our specific setup here, with the spider and Grom and the giants, we might be able to kill him. We might also take a huge amount of damage in the process. We might end up army lossing him first by accident. The corpse cart. Let's get on the corpse cart. But there, we get a massive hit on Vlad. We have to get out of there. You know, we need... That is going to be so good. That is going to mess up those elites in there. Oh, yes. Perfection. Because I think we just need to ignore Vlad. That's the general advice I would give any player that was struggling with him. I'm not struggling with him here. We're doing fine. But... Hex Wraiths are fighting Rolas. That is terrible for me and quite good for them. We're going to Fate of Buna these Hex Wraiths. It is going to melt them down. Direct damage spells against ethereal units, one of their best use cases. Now we're going to hit this corruption here. We are getting melted in a lot of places, but we're still fine. All right. Anybody dying? Oh my goodness, what? Oh, she's fighting Vlad. Of course she is. Get out of there, girl. The trolls are going to save her. Grom hits all his buffs. We're going to drop another very nice purple sun here. Beautiful stuff. Trolls fighting skeletons. Not ideal. Graveguard fighting trolls. Not ideal. Let's get these guys here. We should have another purple sun to cast out of you. Oh no, you're over here. That's right. Well, let's run her over here and see what we can get out of it. Vlad is having a total party now, because now he's surrounded by us. Doesn't feel so good when your legions are gone. We're going to shut them down. We're going to smash them faster, caster. We're going to get that. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the damage we needed. Either they're getting army lost or no. I think, yeah, we just deleted him. We hit him with everything we needed to hit him with, right? And that'll be the crumbling to dust for the rest of them. You know, they're not gonna sit up for too long after the big guy's gone. And we hit a wall, and of course our archers were doing basically nothing that whole fight. That does not feel great. I mean, but you know, what are you gonna do? We're victorious, right? We have smashed, veritably crushed, positively whomped the Carsteins. And if we don't tidy up their whole faction and leave them alive, it's just because it's funnier that way. Because we're about to, like, bounce. We're going all the way to the other side of the world. And if he wants to follow us out there, we'll kill him there, too. I ain't scared. I mean, I am. He's terrifying. But the point is that by the time he gets there, we'll be even better at dealing with him. But, you know, Grom is fine at hitting single entities on the ground, but other chariots really want more charge damage, right? So, although they do okay against these characters, you definitely want, you know, your killers around. And we had so much magic and so many abilities we didn't use. That's okay. It's about sending a message. And old Walmond Fafbach scarcely had time to put on his little vampire boots before he got totally and unalterably removed. Too bad. And that is what the WAAAAAAAGH is all about, you know. Grom looking covered in blood. Some of it's even his. The biggest and spideriest spider. Oh, and next turn we're gonna start rolling with like a couple of them. Like, I don't know, 4. I love these units, and basically my whole point of even getting money as a greenskin is to run a lot of them. They match up well against so much. I mean, not against stuff that can shoot them, but against everything else. And in the tech tree, you get an ability to give them stock, which is hysterical. The giant spider materialized right in front of us. But huge kills out of one Gobbo unit. That was a Purple Sun plus a Buna one. 4k out of there. The big spider guy himself getting 2k, 1,000 out of the big boss. 3,000 damage value out of the giant. Man, doing the work. Need to get one in the regular army too, I guess. Grom doing wonderfully. I guess it was all from that one caster. But it just goes to show how much preference you have for the stuff earlier in there. But yeah, that giant. Oh, and we got the Helm of Discord. Wonderful. We're going to take the money. Nah. And he gets the trait Undeath Ascendant, which is -4 turns wound recovery, which is so good of a trait. In the unlikely event that his army ever loses a battle, he'll have that. But now, you know, the thing is that they do get, you know, access to cool mechanics from having a lot of death around. But I think we just leave those active. Like, you'd think he would like us. He barely likes us for fighting vampires, and he's really upset about us fighting some other people. Sad. He hits level 20, marvelous. So that lets you get Don't Even Try It, which is like a direct damage click ability. It is very nice. We're gonna grab Route Marcher. We're probably doing that tree all bad. Boom, and then we get the Feeding Frenzy for spiders and the Casualty for spiders, which is gonna give them basically the hunger, but without the downsides. Oh, wow, we were doing that bad. There we go. And then we'll get that. And that makes the Doom and Darkness, you know, more powerful, which is, you know, a pretty nice little thing you can get set up. We get AP and Unyielding Assault. Now here, 360 missile block, pretty good. Big splash attacks and bonus for infantry, pretty good. So in this case, we have to ask, like, what is the role of this character in this army? And it is to delete infantry-sized characters, right? This is a guy that we want to go and kill the Vlad Von Carsteins of the world, right? I think. Because we're going to have spiders everywhere, and they're going to do the anti-large better than he could do it. We could make him tankier, but I don't think staying alive is his role, right? He's just going to go in and then, you know, yeah. Big splash, big smash. Excuse me. All right. That was my reminder that I do use the flip phone anyway. They didn't say anything in the first 1 second of the call, and that means they didn't exist, and they didn't want to talk to me. If you ever want to call me, first of all, don't, but you have to speak right away. I'm not gonna, like, sit there and wait for a robot to talk to me. I have too much respect for myself for all that. Here, I think we take speed over charge. We can get both of them eventually. Alright, so I think we'll just leave the vampires alive over on this side because I honestly don't think it's going to interrupt my plans for this campaign at all. The point of this is not to take over the world, right? The point of this is to do specific awesome things. So we are, however, obviously going to burn down Templehof. Oh, we weren't getting the reinforcements. We can push through here, much cleaner. And this army, even with both of those armies, probably, no, definitely couldn't deal with Rockniks. But we can push Groms forward, and that's even better. No, we gotta... Yeah, we gotta do it this way. Because we gotta burn down Templehof. It's too nice of a place to leave for them. Oh, what a unit. And it's all mine. Alright, so we drop 2 River Trolls. Oh yeah, and we have 5 slots here, so 2 Arachnaroks. Drop the Rock Lava and replace it with the Doom Diver Catapult. Doom Divers are a lot better than Rock Lobbers are. They hit their targets. I'm loath to give it up, you know. Maybe we give up a pump wagon. We'll give up one of the Flappas. Yeah, we want to keep the Spiky Rolla, and it's ever been with us anyway. Yeah, alright. Feels bad, but we'll get rid of 1 pump wagon, leaving us with 4. Still probably too many. Alright. Enough for like 30 turns. Once we upgrade this army, it'll be enough for not quite that much. Do we sack this first and just play a little safe? Because if those guys go to March... If that guy goes to March, he can reinforce and attack 2 Fort Overstyre. Yeah, we'll just play it safer. Take the money, take the fight. And here, he would have to... Yeah, they would be too clumsy for them to take the fight in an efficient way. Good. Renowned and feared, which now Grom... Oh my goodness. Yeah, now from the various bonuses, we're recruiting the spiders at 8 chevrons. And 6 for the Doom Diver. That is very good indeed. Do we drop the Stone Troll for another spider? I mean, I think so. We'll keep the River Troll for the debuff. We could also get, like, a Giant who does perform very well. But the thing about the Giant is I feel like the Spider is superior in every way. I don't know anything about the giant that I think is better. The giants are cool, but the spider is the coolest. All right, so let's get with it then. Do we drop a goblin for it? You kind of want 4. All right, so we drop the orc arrow boy and get another spider. Three's a good number, right? That really changes up the lethality of this army. All right, let's drop another. Do we drop another pump wagon? We'll just stick with that right there now, and we'll use a slot. No, we'll use, yeah, a slot for his army. We should have used 2 slots for his army. All right, so here we drop a pump wagon, grab a spider. The army of the spiders needs spiders after all. And then he gets the lower upkeep for his army. Very good. She gets Mither, a nice little click and induce fear thing. I guess we'll give him causes fear just so he doesn't get fear. You know, you got to find a way to give them terror or, you know, suffer the lack of it perpetually. Here we get red venom. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now we're getting the stuff. You know, that was what I was waiting for. Oh, wow, that's so cheap. The global recruitment on the spider only at 1,800, so basically right at what it would normally be. And at 9 carats. Wonderful. They're just 96 melee attack. Oh my god. Oh, it's about to be over for these fools. You know, in Grom's army, they have 75, which is bad enough. All right, let us cook up a dish. Let us... Oh, next turn, we'll cook that dish up, so we'll wait one more. Oh, man, this is about to be the coolest. Because some of these, like, abilities and stuff weren't in the game when last I was playing Throg all the time. And then here, he can... Oh, right, the recruitment for spiders is 2 turns when you do them locally. That makes sense. We're going to get... Yeah, 3 of them, and then see if we have access to... I mean, a Night Goblin Big Boss is fine. We'll get Cunning, which really is just for the ambush success chance, which is pretty dang good, and 10 melee defense is not nothing. They don't get massive spiders. They do get the Great Cave Squigs, which make them, like, okay at dealing with some things, but... I was hoping that they would have something that affected the Colossal Squig. But they do have summons basically out of the box, and then once they get to like level 15, they can get a bunch of summons. So that would be nice. But we'll get them in there. Oh, and it's mobility increasing? Well, that I didn't know. You can tell it's been a long time since I played Greenskins, right? But... Oh, our armies are about to be the coolest things. Because due to our plan for the future, normal considerations don't matter, which is why I love Grom, right? There's only a couple of things you have to do to be told that you've won the game. A new ingredient? Yes, of course. The spider egg yolk. Alright, so we need to make the foie gras again. Because this foie gras is, like, pretty awesome, right? Oh, yeah. And also, when you get the thing for the spiders, you can get lava spider rider archers to the regiments of renown immediately. So you can just generate those. And those are the ones that you have to complete a mid-level WAAAAAAAAGH for. So it's so good. It's so good. Because now, once we take, we'll probably, like, move in and take Oberstyre so Rachnick Spiderclaw can get it. He can get the armor-piercing, very special, very glorious boys, you know, just generated all the time. And now all the spiders have the spider summon, which makes this army now have this front line of 120 armor spiders that all have 5 summons. They all have Strider. It's about to be the best. The best time. And maybe we can get a Vlad defeat trait onto Grom. But we're going to just go ahead, come in here, loot and occupy. This is also going to give our WAAAAAAAGH armies a time to regenerate, just briefly. The WAAAAAAAGH is over in 4 turns. We do need to be aware of that. However, they're so beat up at this point that I feel reasonably confident that one of our armies could take it by themselves, but both of them certainly could. Alright, and here we're just gonna make this a much more unique army, right? The Night Gobbo's gotta go. Because these guys now, you know, they have the bonus. They heal, Strider, fire while moving, snipe, and unspottable. So they're going to be incredibly good at their role. Now, the thing that they don't get is the anti-infantry missiles, which is too bad, but they just don't show up as goblins for the bonuses, I guess. So what do we drop for more? You kind of want regular goblin archers. If we drop like 2 goblins... But I mean, we gotta spend spider slots. Man, this army, it's too clogged. Do we get rid of pump wagons? Do we just go to like 1 pump wagon? I gotta have 1 pump wagon. We'll keep the spiky rollers. That'll be, you know, you keep that in reserve to bash into the lines once they're there. You gotta have 1 pump wagon. Gotta have 1 artillery. The heroes are more or less mandatory, although the big boss could go into Grom's army. And, oh yeah, that's right. We've got access to the Queen of Spiders. We should get her too. And the Death Grievers are like, yeah, we gotta just get all the special spider stuff, you know. We gotta stop pretending like we don't deserve it.
Anything you say.
All right, if we go there, we will. Yeah, we'll just. That'll be a safe one. Boom. Raise it. Recruit our spider. Alright, so from here, do we drop like a goblin archer and go down to 2? Can't drop the trolls. Gotta have one unit of pump wagons. We don't have to have the giant. You know, he served us well, but a spider is better, especially in this army. Do we just cut the nasty skulker because they don't have anti-large in this one? You know, why not? And get another spider. That takes us to 5 massive spiders in the army with 3 skirmishers with it. I like that. That's a good split. This is going to be a very silly thing. We have almost no infantry, but we'll have all those summons. So it'll just be a an army that requires me to pay a lot of attention. What could go wrong? Right? Literally what? No, it's soul. We need that one first still. Alright, so we'll give him perfect vigor or... Yep, here we go. Spider God's chosen. Because that one is the one that makes his summons not disappear, so we'll be able to do some nice stuff there. And his Venom's very powerful as well. You know, we're gonna get some value out of that army. We're gonna do it. I don't know how, I don't know when, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to murk this guy. It worked. Alright, 4 more turns to the wall. Grom's army is basically where we want it, but I kind of feel like we should cut a couple of pump wagons from it, but there's like so much part of like his identity, and you know, we'll just see. And really, for fighting against elves, we're gonna want something like a pump wagon to go in once the spears are engaged and be able to crunch them. We're just gonna have to try to not get them hit in the meantime. This guy following me? Hiya! We fail to do anything about it. I think he is following me though. And the spiders are coming in, and this army is like a totally solid sort of hanging in the back force. You know, their role is to defend, and they can do it. You know, they can do it. This is my ideal, not perfect stack, right? You know, you just got like Allura magic I don't love. You got like a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. My idea of a great time. But the good news is that the Necromancer is still doing okay for himself. When we roll back through here, we're going to be able to smash Altdorf. That'll help him a bit. Not like that matters over much. Alright, what ingredients are there left to get? Just a handful. Sack a dwarf settlement. We need to do that. Kill some centaurs. Norska settlement sack. Vampire coast. That one is very nice. The 12% fizz resist is nice. Sack Dark Elves or Dragon Tail, which we should have already gotten. But, you know, the game doesn't think Elspeth's Dragon's a real dragon, which is ridiculous. It clearly is. I wish just one of these applied to orc archers, but you know, them's the breaks. Alright, so excellent indeed. You know, our armies are expensive, but due to the discounts for Grom's existence and Rachnik doing his thing, you know, we're doing alright. I hoped that this would be far enough away from our capital to get the Seasoned Campaigner trait for Perfect Vigor, but it looks like it may not be, which is just too bad. But, you know, maybe another fight or two will do it. But maybe we won't get it, but Grom will get the trait. A Trickster Cult. Outrageous. But the Hag Merchant has been spotted once more. Which means we're going to send one of these fools out to do it. Why not you? spinny. And then we'll just be buying the ingredient probably, unless it's one that we think we can, you know, get. Because at this point, we just want to use her to generate ingredients. We'll go up here, and then we will roll through here. We might, like, trade... Very unfriendly. Why? Oh, the other vampires. That's right. I was like, we might trade it to him for, well, we might trade it to Bellicor then. Sure. Fine. Alright, so they have some of their armies in the north. What do we do now? I think we send Grom through the center. Here. And then we'll send the other guy north. Do we just auto this? No, that'll be a fun fight. We do not just auto this. It's a settlement battle. Well, we haven't done one of these. I don't actually think we've done a minor settlement battle this whole campaign, I don't think. You know, you don't always see the map for them, and then often the auto-resolve is fine for it, especially with the WAAAAAAGH. But at the very beginning, we were doing a lot of the Bretonnian sieges. Of course, you have no choice. Because we can just straight up do them all at once. Yeah, I mean, like, that's nutty. I can't. I've forgotten how wonderful this feels. I am the Spider Lord and I can do anything. Whoops. Of course, with flyers, you can't really do anything about it. I mean, you have vanishingly few options. There are technically some kind of. I'm like, they're diving me, and we are so far away. Alright, we're going to fireball them. It doesn't work. We're going to keep shooting them. That's the thing about flyers. They can really make your day bad, even if you're, like, sort of are paying attention. Alright, so now that's dealt with. Good. We need to get back on the guns. Nope, we're firing still. Good, good, good. Probably hang back in case there are any more little funny things like that. And of course we see that we're doing beautifully. We need to pull out there. I think there's, you know, so the lava spider gets a mortis engine, but there's ghostly units here, so this purple sun is going to absolutely obliterate them. Of course, it hits some of our own troops too, but what are you going to do, right? I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Can we move them in here? They're the WAAAAAAAGH troops. You know, they're going to be gone soon, so. if anything happens, it's for the people, right? We get in here. Graveguard great weapons are coming in. We're going to be able to deal with that, though. Because these... to have a front line of these spider... Now I'm thinking, I'm like, you know... I'm not a guy that loves the... Wow, and then you wah on them. Oh my goodness. Like, maybe just spiders is the way to go. No, I would get bored if my army was that good. I need a little crummier action going on than all that. And we might be able to go to no goblins, just goblin archers, and then like a couple of black orcs. Because you gotta have something on the ground that's like sticky to get things, like to surround an enemy hero so that your beaters can beat them. I think the crumbling from... our guy was pretty bad there, but you know, with frenzy too, you know, goblins are very punchy little dudes. They're not like slouches on the field or anything. I'm just like pretty sure they're not going to punish our artillery in the back with anything else now. I don't think they have any other flyers. If they do, I'll look very foolish. Alright, so we sent in this army piecemeal, and it's not working. It could have worked. We actually have the forces here to have made this work if I knew we were fighting, you know, but our archers are only now getting engaged. It's okay. We're going to push up the hill here. This front will be fine. Because the spider will absolutely demolish Black Knights. Like, it loves that fight. And then with our flanking spiders there as well. Even tastier. But this is going to be just fine. We're going to run over the Graveguard, and the Graveguard, and the Graveguard. And that's the thing about elite infantry is you could still be a chariot about it. And it's not like they get immediately destroyed, but it doesn't take too long to get them just trash canned. And that is the beauty of Grom. When we take this, we'll just keep on pushing up towards the center, I think. Keep the spiders stuck there and keep moving everybody else this way. How are things on this front? Oh, just fine. Spider continues spidering. You know, I think our artillery doing worse for us than against us at that point. Let's turn them to the tower, I suppose. We're gonna hit that barricade. We're gonna get these guys down there. We've come forward. Oh man. Pump wagons right into these fools. Not ideal. But this will be fine. We're gonna drop a purple sun right on top of these ethereal units. Hit them with the breath. And De Greyton shows up. Nasty Skulker's coming in here, and that's army losses before we get to the point. But hey, you know, it's about sending a message. There we go. You know, I thought the Doom Diver would do better than Rock Lava, but I guess in this context, definitely not. But I guess, you know, they didn't shoot all their ammunition. The target selection was weird, you know. Anyway. Normally, I believe in the Doom Diver. We get a Talisman of Preservation. Very nice. Do we sack it and get a turn? Or no, we'll just keep on this. He's already got one. Yes, very much better than the Pigeon Plucker Pendant. Ooh, and then we can give him the sword, the Shrieking Blade, magical attacks, and gives him terror, which is, you know, fine, but really it's about the magical attacks. We'll give him the Helm of Discord, and give him that. And he gets the other Trickster Shard, which is so good. Who do we put it on? I guess we put it in Raknuk's army, right? Give him an even bigger barrier. He just has a little one from Trickster's Helm, but yeah, and then anywhere he goes, you know, mess up people. Alright, now it's time to fuse some items real quick. We've been acquiring a bunch, so magic weapon. I mean, yeah, sure. Neither of those are any good. Neither's that. We're just gonna salvage Mad's map because I don't believe in it. Alright, there we go. We managed to put a bunch of things onto a bunch of guys. Perfection. But that was actually very awesome. Really, really good items there. No complaints.
Urks, talk fast, for you are my enemy.
I was gonna sell you this fort, man. Whole world's gonna be green. Let's It's like Grom has just enough points to get most of what's great in his tree. He's got so many good things, but you know, it doesn't suffer too much. And the troll hag, wow, that's a lot of hit points. Oh, she's over cap. She's over cap? Says she's got 6.8, but then, I mean, maybe one of these hit point things goes over, you know, I don't know. Be fine. We're going to give her more hit points because that'll help her heal even better. Alright, so here, do we go to the north and burn them out? I mean, I think so. We've got a couple more turns with the WAAAAAAAAGH mobs, which makes it all the better to do this. Oh, yeah, there we go. We catch them out and about. This army. And they've got Vanguard for the whole thing. Okay. We got Vanguard for the whole army. I don't remember when that happened. Like, oh my god, it's so wonderful. Lock them all down, hit a don't even try it on these Cairn Wraiths, which is so good. That, man, nice single target pain against that problematic foe. The Spider Queen doing her thing. She's not so great whenever you have Grom because her whole thing is that she has the summons. You don't double up on the ability, but still, she's strong, she's precious, she is good. Totally forgot to have that guy do it. But yeah, I mean, I think what we're seeing here is just spiders, right? You know, you just gotta do spiders. But the point of having a backline is to have something that you want to defend. So maybe we just go even more aggressive. Yeah, and our skirmishers just doing wonderfully, tearing them up. Yeah, we vanguarded up. We could have just vanguarded our guys there also. There we go. Smash them faster. Everybody's skills are buffed to high heaven. Hit the wall. Doom and Darkness, we're going to demolish their leadership, right? This Overcast is going to drop them all by 32. Which is enough to throw them to shatter. Yeah, we shattered them without army losses. Wow. Alright, so that's how it's done. Because you get, when you have all the spell intensity from your things, which she's at 200% spell intensity for that move, it doubles the power of the leadership debuff, and that is... Oh, that's so good. Wonderful. And of course the wall mobs are back here, you know, doing something. Man, oh man. Alright, so... Yeah, maybe we don't need the infantry in this army, right? Because if we just had more spider riders... A couple more spiders, yeah, it's definitely... Look, Grom's army can be the normal one, right? Rachnik's army, if we go super spider heavy, it won't be great at dealing with elves, but I don't think that the goblins make it better at dealing with elves. Do we want to keep the artillery? I think so. But maybe not. We'll figure it out. I don't want to get rid of the artillery. It's like, at a certain point, you know, you're just kind of bragging about having it. But, I mean, if you spend barely more than a troll for a spider, why not have more spiders? The Rector Queen costs 541? What? Oh, because she doesn't get discounted. You know, in that case, maybe we should drop her from this army. Give her to a different army. Good afternoon, Kiara. I'm like, isn't she supposed to be cheaper? She is. Alright, so... Been sick? Oh no, well I hope you are feeling better now. Yeah, we just dropped the goblins entirely. Alright, so far so good. And replace them with a couple more giant spiders. And we'll just gradually do this until I don't have anything but spiders. And then I say, wow, oops, all spiders. Stone to scroll through the trash. Oh no. Ugh. That is too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. How non-fondly I remember those days. Recruiting spiders at level 9 is just the coolest. They're already a great unit, and then getting them, like, just juiced to high heaven. Wonderful. How many turns? 12 turns till we get the stock ability for them. And then, like, when the enemy can't even see them coming, then it's pretty hysterical. Oh, Vanguard deployment during forest battles. And that is a thing that's basically like where your zone is at. So that one was determined to be a forest. The map like this doesn't say if it's a forest or not. I think you can tell by the ambush chance, right? Like 55 on the road. Here it's 80, so that's a forest. Here it's 55, so that's like not. But the game, I feel, does a very poor job of transmitting that information to the player. But... Alright, our armies are getting just so expensive. But we do have 3 of them now. And this army costs 4k and hasn't done a thing to pay for itself, but it does dissuade the enemy. Some. And we're going to go up here and take some of this land. His army's not the crazy one. See, this game's confusing. There's a lot of different stuff going on. You want me to pay you to not fight you? I'm an orc. Heyo, getting attacked? Oh, okay. You fool. Have I beaten Cyberpunk? I have never played it. I was going to get it when it came out, and then the launch was kind of messy, as I recall, but in an indistinct way, and then I just ended up not picking it up. Because it's made by CD Projekt Red, right? Who did The Witcher, which I played Witcher 3, not on stream before, well, not before I streamed, but in between streaming, I played The Witcher 3, and really, really loved it. Alright, so we've got big army coming. Is this a barrier? It is. Good. Alright, so we'll go like so. And so we've got artillery will open up as soon as they get in there. Roll this for the big ones. Trolls there, we'll put... Alright, so we don't have a good way to make them come to us, but I assume they'll just come to us once the reinforcements get here. That's usually how it goes. Grom doesn't have perfect vigor, so I'm not trying to play all that. Got to rebuild from the ground up. Yeah, well, I will put it on the wish list. I think I actually took it off my wish list at some point, but I'll put it on the wish list, and when it goes on sale next, I will see about picking it up. I've got a couple recommendations recently, and having looked into them, they look so good. Every time people recommend me a game, it's good. It's just, you know, sometimes it doesn't jive with me specifically, because I am such a unique kind of guy. And I think what we do here is, so we're fighting vampires. They don't have anything that can jump spiders and make the spiders sorry about it. Anything they jump a spider with, they're just going to be like, oh no, I ran into a spider. Oh, I'm going to die. Also, the WAAAAAAAGH ending soon, and then we'll get the lava Ragnarok spiders, so the spiders will do AoE damage around them. The best kind of damage. And, like, I'm just saying that if you gave me a job in the Greenskins, and that job was to be this dude here, the one who throws javelins on top of the giant spider... That's a good job. That's every bit as good as the job who plays the electric guitar in Mad Max. That's every bit as good. We're going to get the summons out here. Yeah, but the thing about, like, the gameplay, right, of the game is that... Oh yeah, this javelin's doing great against those mobs in the air, too. Hilarious. We got Striders, so we're just going to charge in here. I don't have to be afraid of anyone. I am an orc. We're brave as an orc. Because spiders are so tanky. They don't regenerate, but they do have just like a whole huge amount of armor and a massive HP pool that you can pretty aggressively just do what we're doing here. And now we're just going to bounce out. They're not going to be able to punish us for it, because they're just a computer. But if you've been playing a person and they had 3 giant spiders, spiders are the big headache. They have mass. They've got Striders, so they can even do silly things like running into forests. There, we force them to come to us. Yeah, our little summons get torn up, but who cares? And then we're going to run in here at this flanking force. We need to... No, the problem is actually that these Black Knights are going to get right on top of the archers. We're going to have to charge in pump wagons into the flank. It works. It's not their preferred target, but it works. Just in time for the rest of the folk to show up. And that is the problem, though. You know, we have... When you don't have a lot of gobos, you don't have a lot to defend what you want to do. We have the goblins on top. There we go. Pop, pop. Going in good. We need to get the pump wagons out of that fight. Goblins defended They're alright. We need to get over here. But no, a huge amount of the gameplay of this game is just, like, building a knowledge about what units are and what they do. You can pause, right? Like, you can turn off the pause ability, but at any point, you could be like, alright, you can do this as much as you want. You can run in slow-mo, so you can be like, alright, what's going on over here? The hatchlings are stopped here, you know, we're engaged here, but we're fine. You know, here's what's going on. And, like, so when you're learning what everything does, if you're like, wait, what? And down here, you can see these little, like, X's, the crosses, it'll be, like, green or orange. It may not show up well on a smaller screen, or red. So you can see, like, okay, we're losing this fight. And then you can stop and be like, okay, well, this is this unit, and so on. And that's how, like, you can learn without just losing about it. But the fact is that it's a very complicated game with a ton of factions. Lots of people only play a couple. I play lots of different factions at a very low level. Just a very low level of proficiency, and I play all of them. And I think we'll just continue fighting here, because I don't think any, like, the thing is, like, we're fighting spears. And when you... Alright, these are Graveguard Great Weapons. We're just going to push through. And I'll show you what a spider does when you actually pay attention. Because the thing is that a game, when you give this order, it wants you to get stuck and fight units. But if you just keep telling it to move, your spider just moves. And it'll move through, I don't know, pretty much anything. The spiders are real gentlemen. You know, they do not pass go. They do not collect $200. All they do is open doors. They don't worry about where you are or where you've been. All they do is say, here, let me open that door for you. I'm a giant spider. People judge them, but, you know, what they should be doing is saying, how polite. I can't believe that spider is such a bro. We're surrounded by some fools here. Purple sun on top of that infantry block. That's the other great thing about spiders. They don't take damage from purple sun. Not really, just a little bit. And that purple sun absolutely deletes the summon, but also everybody else that was around. We're going to hit a mither on... just trying to use some abilities there. Grom's having a party. Skelly warriors there. These orc arrow boys finally getting charged on. You know, it worked for a little while. This army's a lot better with the WAAAAAAAGH, you know, and that's the thing, is we're gonna have another WAAAAAAAGH before too long. Because when you have your... That's the great thing about the greenskins. You can build your big specialty army that has, like, a couple of holes in it. Like, man, it would be sure good if I had 10 units of chaff infantry. And then you have the WAAAAAAGH. Because a lot of times I end up, like, with a secondary army following my army. Especially as vampires, I'll just have, like, an army with zombies. And their only job is to hang out, you know? Man, what a great battle. What's a Warhammer? Oh, a Warhammer is a tabletop game that you play with small plastic models that you assemble and then paint. I collect and play myself. More collect than play these days. Shout out to everybody that plays Warhammer that knows exactly what I mean. But this is a fantasy universe of Total War. So right now we're the greenskins, which are orcs and trolls and giant spiders and goblins. Oh my. Frog, you say, when did I promote you? I don't know that I did. It may have just changed the icon. Yeah, because it just says... Yeah, I don't know. I've never promoted anybody beyond the standard moderator that I know of. But anyway, perhaps just change the icon. But yeah, but there's two kinds of Warhammer. There's Warhammer Fantasy, which is like this, you know. Elves and dwarves, dragons, magic, wizards, evil chaos guys, vampires that are also pirates, Egyptian skeleton guys, dinosaurs that ride on top of other dinosaurs. It's very cool. And then there's Warhammer 40k, which is sci-fi Warhammer with guns and tanks more often. There are tanks in this, but they're run by like Steam. It's all very cool and, you know, silly. But it is a big universe of things. There are books. There are lots of video games of varying quality. The books are of largely varying quality as well. We get a bunch of scrap out of that. I think we take the unit experience. No, it's a little wasteful at this point. Everyone's fine. Yeah, might as well. And sometime this year or maybe next year, there's going to be a TV show. Very excited about that. Henry Cavill, who you probably know, the movie star Henry Cavill, plays Warhammer himself, 40k. He collects and paints. I think he plays Custodes. He might have some other stuff, but he is going to star in a show. So that's very exciting. We're going to just auto in here, and we're going to loot and occupy, because having some buffer lands here is very good. And we'll send him to the merchant, where she buys Tentacles. Huzzah. That would have been like a Norska thing. The Frostbite is fine. It's just that usually if you're using a blue, you could do 10 casualty replenishment for everyone, or 8 defense. And either of those are pretty attractive options in general, but my typical thing right now, you know, we're rocking the foie gras plus, but maybe we should do.
Give Grom some troubles.
Well, we could just cook this one to get it out of the way. Like maybe just fishy shroom burgers right now, because we don't need the replen at all. No, we'll just make the fried squirrel fish, because we need to make it. We'll do the casualty replenishment because we need it. I guess we'll just keep on with the anti-large there, and then there we go. That has the effect of giving us even more Arachnaroks into the pool, of course, where now we have, you know, 9 in there, which is just, it's such a cool ability, because these are great units. They're very, very good. And with our like, what's making the weapon tooth? Oh, brutal business is active. Base weapon damage plus 20. Now this is actually a huge problem for us, because we're fighting vampires who have a bunch of trash, and now they do twice as much damage. And while we have some trash, we've just transitioned into good armies, which is a problem. But Vlad is got man-eaters? Vlad's army is nothing but junk. It's just good junk now because brutal business is activated, which is too bad. What we're going to do here is the wall's running out soon, but not immediately. We'll hit him. Take the money and run. We need to get the spider upgrades. Yes, there we go. We'll go this way to meet him there.
That will do, boys.
But this game, oh, I love it so much. It's sort of like the dream come true for like real-time strategy fans, as far as I'm concerned. It's like, if you want a game where you get to play all the fantasy races in the coolest possible incarnation, it's here. Like, there aren't other strategy games that look this good and play this good where you get to be the orcs or be the elves or be the vampires or all three. They just, like, this is the game. It's the pinnacle of the experience that it delivers. There's nothing like it. From the first one, it's just like, it always hits it. So I guess we can take that. We need to get at least like a slightly better spell for him if we have just a ton of wins to take advantage of it. Big melee attack. Finally getting the tree that makes Grom strong. This hag gets immortal, very good, and now gets to start. No, teach him right. That's the aura. We don't need that. Fire resist is good though. And then out of the very shadows, stalking stance for the army. Now, normally we'd be taking, raiding camp, but the stalking stance lets you come in and hit them, so that'll be, we'll see how that turns out for us. The WAAAAAAAGH ends soon. We'll have a new trophy. Removing our missile strength and ammo, sadly. Oh, the, like, we're gonna have to come down if we want the stunty ale and burn down the dwarves here. It's a long walk for him to get to us. He absolutely would make the walk, though. But if we just run into Gorbad, we can get his whole faction. Which, really, I just want for Gorbad, and then I'll let the enemies carve it up over time. Although confederating them might give us all the things that we need. Yeah, so after short victory, you get 3 recruit rank, which is pretty okay, because then with Elven Foie Gras and the other stuff, you basically, no matter what, are recruiting at level 7, which is just very good, obviously. You can... all your units be so strong. Alright, that's all of this. We need to get another Gobos, but before long we need to swap over. Stalk during ambushes? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, and they stimulate growth. Well, that's a hero we should have got real early. Oh well, we all like to learn at our own pace, right? Otter Alderman, he's got an army. It's actually kind of interesting, right? Free company, he's got skirmishers, Temple Hof Luminarch, which is a very scary thing. But we've got our health. Man, I need to get... Nah, that doesn't even give me another hack. I need to get more places going so we can get heroes, but I guess we could also get them out of the tech tree, right? Yeah. That'll probably be what we do, because we're not trying to build up any places besides the base one now that we've got our spiders. Of course, now our armies are basically in their final form, but keep on looking at the clock. I'm like, maybe if I look at the clock hard enough, it won't go forward, and I'll just keep playing video games and I won't have to go to work. But for all the times I've had that dream, I don't remember it ever coming true. I slept too late today because I stayed up too late last night because I took a nap yesterday, and I regret nothing. Taking a long midday nap when everybody else is pretending to care about football is the finest thing in life. Hag and Aquitaine. Oh ho ho, who's this? Oh no, we didn't get a chance to get... Alright, well we're gonna have to do this here. Alright, well we have this crummy garrison. I'm like, we didn't get a chance to heal. I didn't think he could get here in that turn. Well, we'll see how it goes, right? We've got the big WAAAAAAAGH. We've got some units. We've got 3 spiders. That'll have to do. That's what this army's for, right? To slay the foe. Temple Hofluminarch is a thing that can delete spiders. However, it's very hard for them to line up shots with it. We're just going to have to hope that we don't let them do it. So we're basically going to overload this flank with the spiders. No, we will put 1 spider over here. The Luminarch has 320 range. It is going to shoot something so hard. We're just going to have to let it happen, though. Alright, well, let's see how it goes, right? Now, we've got a very shoestring force here, supplemented by some of the strongest stuff in the game. So let's see how we get. We're going to immediately open up with the summon, because I feel like we are always not having all the summons used. We're just going to keep on shelling them, you know, and move these guys into the trees there. Because we want them to do exactly what's happening here, right? Well, we didn't want them to delete the spiderlings on the charge like that. But we wanted to get, you know, the Empire Knights sitting here. They charge in. We get the spiders on them. Pistoliers having quite a time here. They are faster than the spiderlings, and they definitely are not, like, upset about what's happening here. And we try to get in on the Hammer of the Witches, which is in the worst position I've ever seen, right? It's right in the middle of a forest, which is not so good. We're taking some big shots on the spider here. Oh, that's right. It's too limited of a range. Well, we wasted that fanatic. It should have done so much damage. We need to get him back here. Oh my goodness, we got the spider caught up in... Okay, it was getting shot by the Temple Arc. That is, you know, that spider's gone. That spider's gone. That is exactly the kind of situation the spider can't function in. Alright, very, very bad there. We need to get these spiders back here. Definitely a very rough skirmish phase here. The only benefit truly is that we've split up their army very significantly. Because, like, now they're locked in here with me, right? You know, now we'll show them. Oh, and the bad moon curse doesn't work at all. It just, oh man, what a waste of a ton of mana. Oh my god. That Temple Arc shot hit 2 of the spiders. Oh my god. Very rough stuff. We might be losing. What is going on? Oh, they're following them away. That is so bad. Yeah, I believed too much in the spiders. That's rough. It is rough to throw away an army like this. Man, oh man, we are just getting lit up. We had no answer for the Temple Arc. That's really what it comes down to, right? We had no answer for their big force multipliers in the back, and they are just shooting us to death. We still don't have an answer for it. Oh my god, yeah, they're just deleting us. Alright, can we get anything back there? Can we get, like, a chariot back there? No, I don't think so. Alright, so the giant is just getting shot. The giant wasn't doing anything the whole time. Oh, I can barely breathe. My skin feels hot. Man, what a terrible performance. But if these guys can get on the cannons, then maybe we'll get somewhere. Oh, the engineer was in a tank. I did not identify that. That's a problem. That's a thing I should have noticed. Oh man, and they get totally tuned up and die. Man, what a bad performance. What a bad showing. But, you know, we still got a giant. We're beating on the Temple Arc Luminarch, but we are about to get our guy shot up a whole lot here soon. We need to follow up here, and I don't know how we can. By running the giant across? Got stone trolls, need them in here very badly. This spider is so beat up. So beat up. We need to get these guys here to counteract their play there. Alright, at least we're hitting the Temple Arc, right? And then at least there's that. Oh, the giant gets shot again. Oh, and again and again. We can't use the fanatics because we are out of ammunition. Templar is hopefully going to be running from the wall here. We need to charge past the tank and get in here on the Hammer of the Witches somehow. We're going to make ourselves unbreakable real quick and headlong charge in. Our archers are in still good shape though, and our, you know, our very noble goblos fight on. And we do get on the Hammer of the Witches here. Very nice. Of course, now we have to deal with the tank. No, we need to deal with the Temple Arc, which we will do with spiders. And the trolls on the tank. Man, oh man, this is very rough. But hopefully we'll keep shooting at the Pistoliers here, because they are really what's doing it there. These trolls can't stand up against a tank. Oh man. Yeah, we're about to lose, I think. Which feels very annoying, because I should have done better. I very, very carelessly took tons and tons of damage on high value targets, and you know, paying for it. Because honestly, it's just so annoying that they're pulling this out. Like, if I was a better player, we would have won, right? It's like the tank's unbreakable, so we can't army loss them, and even if we could, they're not army lossing. We're losing, right? We get the shots here on the Pistoliers, and they run. Our trolls are about to run again. We're fighting the tank with the spider, which is fine until the spider goes away, right? Yeah, man. You know, and I just didn't realize that they had a tank until it was way too late to realize that they had a tank. And we're gonna, yeah, you know, when we lose our leader, then everything's gonna fall apart. But I don't think, from the point where I said, oh no, I've lost, I don't think we could have done anything. Certainly it's not like an unwinnable battle, but I certainly lost it. Very bad. Very bad performance. I blundered the spiders, our most important things. If we had just held them back just for a long time, we would have been fine. But we let him get shot up. We probably let that Templar get like 4,000 value. Oh, 2,500. Pistolier value, I guess, yeah. And, you know, the Night Goblin, we didn't get any wizard value out of... Both of the heroes were terrible. Spiders didn't do anything. Yeah, just a terrible performance. Wait, did we win? Question mark? I think we won. Because he's so beat up, and now we can... Yeah, alright. Well, we actually won. Because, yeah. There you go. Boom, baby. So we beat him up so badly that he didn't technically have the ability to roll over us the whole way. Alright, so... Fizz resistance, or is this for spiders? Yes, please.
Little war ready. Night about big boss.
Alright, so that is very excellent indeed, because I was about to be super annoyed. I was going to have to get new, like, stuff, things, but now we can just... You know, pop in here, and then jump over here, redo the... Hey, hard shell crab. Boom. Now there's that. Scrap for cooking, and the fizz resist for the goblin units, which is very nice indeed. And if we get to the Bugman's Ribs, I'm just going to look up how to make that one, because that'll be the last one. But alright, so the WAAAAAAAGH is almost over.
This magic is real.
We weathered that storm beautifully, and what we want to do now is roll over this way. Right, can't get there. We'll move Grom's army up to burn Vertbad. Because Vlad's up here somewhere, and I'd rather encounter that army there. So we can give them big missile resist or weapon strength out of the scrap now, which is very nice. But in one turn, the WAAAAAAAGH completes, and then we can get a lava Ragnarok spider, my beloved. The best thing in the game. Black Orc building now, and I would like to get them into Grom's army, maybe, but it's like, oh right, I totally forgot too that the brutal business was activated, so all of their crummy little infantry was doing so well against my bigger stuff. You know, if you can normally ignore a spearman, you can ignore them half as much if they do twice as much damage or whatever. Alright. Wonderful stuff.
Now they'll see.
Yes, now they'll all see. 11 turns for the big one.
You're the boss.
The make the spiders have stock. You know, they wouldn't have got shot up if they had stock. $700 scrap. still pretty good. We actually should... You know, there's plenty of other things we should get, but... Heyo. Spidery Doom is the correct answer. Because you get a Lava Arachnarok Spider. What does it do, you ask? Well, I'm glad. It's got Arachno Eruption, which is a bombard. AP does great. It has this ability, Thermal Thorax. It is the Baby Mortis engine. It also has 40 fire resist, which is pretty good. Combine with some other stuff and you can end up getting pretty good. But yeah, it is basically my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and now it's mine, or gonna be mine soon. The WAAAAAAAGH is active. We get 20% speed boost for all armies, making the big spiders pretty quick and the little spiders very fast indeed. Alright, Vlad is inside here. He's in March stance, and Grom wants his defeat trait so that we can respec him later, because at some point we might take Grom, right? And even though they've got, you know, even though he levels up the gobos so well, right? We might just drop all the goblins from it, even though that hurts. And we'll keep the goblin archers, but, you know, move over into black orcs instead of goblins in the front, which, you know, they won't have regen, but they'll have all the armor. You know, the black orcs are better than goblins, even very buffed goblins. So we'll probably do that here in before too long, but not right now. All right. Speaking of right now, what do we do right now? We burn down Averheim, right? I mean, we don't have to. If we go here, we can auto it, and then we don't have to put any respect on Vlad's name. Which, honestly, after fighting Vlad one time, I mean, it doesn't feel too bad to just not deal with him. And then we'll just roll down the road here, burn down Nuln again, because, you know, why not? And, right, maybe Black Orcs swap right now? So we want... Do we want the ones with shields? I mean, I don't think so, right? I mean, maybe like one with shields, but fundamentally the point of them is to have great weapons. If we're getting shot up, we should not be, right? Yeah. But having a very, very, very tanky front line is its own reward as well. However, let's get one more archer. 2 more archers, total of 3. Yeah, it won't hurt to have like 1 unit of shielded ones, you know, for the center. she's so punchy and strong. We're gonna get our lads just for the new recruits to get that boost, even though, you know, they're not gonna totally into it. But we might respec later. We might just get, I don't know, we might just make a smarter choice whenever I think about it later on. These are possibilities. 15 bonus of energy and a hold. Good, good, good. Yeah, and of course then we'll get this army even better for the spiders. It's already bonkers strong, but you know, the ceiling is not even close yet. We've got a lot of wonderful, wonderful roof reaching to do. And of course, level 6 on the Black Orcs. They'll be the top level in no time.
Meet loot and glory.
All right, all right. Looking at the old clock, I think we've got just a little more time. Like, oh right, we can't recruit actual archers here, I remember. Or gobos with spears. Alright, do we just get Black Orcs in this army even though it's expensive? You know, we could carry a lot of these crummy guys for the price of one of those good guys. We'll worry about it later. Alright, well.
This magic is real.
Good, good, good. We've got plenty of money. Of course, not like so much plenty that we don't have to worry about it at all, but enough to where, I mean, 20 turns of money, and we can just chop the third army if we just don't feel like paying for it. You know, 20 turns of money is an infinite amount of money. A stronger player would just try to get, you know, 1 or 2 turns ahead and try to spend all of it. That's what you're actually supposed to do. Vlad wants peace, but I want to burn down these places on the way out, so I'm not going to do it. Hag Merchant shows up again. We get Centaur Milk. Excellent. That one's kind of annoying to get unless you fight the Beastmen. Not a very good item, but important for being able to make something, maybe? No, we haven't discovered that recipe. Important for, you know, getting out of the lineup of things that we need to get. These Lava Spider Riders don't really belong in this great of numbers in the army. We can just hold on to them, though. It's fine. Really, the job of that force is to dissuade others, not to do anything fancy, so...
Before me with a proposal. I am duty-bound to listen. Yes?
Alright, so we give away that one for a little bit of money. I didn't care about that place anyway.
It comes, it comes. What is me? Talks will.
Oh wow, Molder. Molder is down here absolutely schwammering Reichland. Look at him. He's down to 81 in strength rank and 6 settlements. While we were smashing the vampires, looks like Reichland was paying the price for coming and bothering me. Well, good stuff. His Immensity. well, it's about time for me to get on with my day, which is a shame because I'm having a great time with this. But, you know, when we come in next, we'll be getting, you know, a little bit more of that technology. We'll be getting closer to the final form of the spiders, and we'll be setting our sights to the foe, the elf, our ancestral foe. But anyway, we will get around to that. We almost lost that army, but we didn't, and that's good. You know, it's good to come close to tragedy, feel a little bit of the pressure. That way, later on, when you roll over the foe gloriously, you can remember that one time when you almost lost your tertiary army. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed, and maybe I will see you in another stream or video. Later, Kiara. Hope you get to feeling better. Later, Basalt Creations. This is what a Warhammer is, so yep, there you go. You can look at the different themes if you're so inclined. I like to find the coolest ones. You know, you find the ones that apply to your playthrough. This one doesn't, but it's the prettiest, so we'll set on this. Anyway, that's all I've got for you right now, and later, perhaps I will see you in the future, and if not, I hope the rest of existence is good. Don't look to the past for that, you know, just look to the future. That's where the good stuff is. Bye.